Asato ma satkamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Mother, hold our hand, take us across from unreal to real, from darkness of ignorance to the wisdom of light, from death to immortality. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Welcome, my dear devotees. Today, we're going to do a different kind of approach to our Thursday session, and we'll continue with that on Sundays. Generally, we take on one of the Upanishads or Ashtavakra Gita or the stories from. Today, we are going to talk about a story. We just finished the Mahashivaratri story, Shiva Mahima, on the last Thursday and Sunday. Today, I got a message to talk about Rama. Just now we had the Rama Leela, and in that Rama Leela, we had a wonderful, the temple inauguration, which the tremendous, all over the world was stir of the beautiful temple which is started off. So this Rama story, to start with it, we need to realize these stories are very, very powerful, very simple. Generally speaking, when we talk about Upanishad, Shastras, or philosophy, they are very powerful, very deep meaning, but it may be difficult for most people to understand. So most great saints, rishis, or sages, or paramahanshas, they always resort to giving the message to the mankind like you and me through stories, because these stories are not very long, they're spoken very simply, but they have got a deep meaning hidden inside the story, and that our rishis explain it. So ancient time onwards, the Ramana Maharshi had talked about stories. Jesus Christ, Buddha, Paramahansa Ramakrishna, they all used to tell stories and give a message through the story. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to give stories. And these stories have got wonderful meaning. The today's stories, later on came acharyas like Shankaracharya, Madhavacharya, they got Ramanujam. They all came about, they were all great saintly people, but they were acharyas. So acharyas went ahead and gave the messages through deeper philosophy. Those philosophies were profound, just as the stories were. The stories are given through the very simplistic language for even the simplest of the people can understand. Our story today begins with Narada. You all know he is Devarshi Narada. Deva and Rishi. He is a god as well as a Rishi. And he was a great Pandit. He was the greatest of the Pandit at that time. Now, at the beginning of the creation, you all remember the creation theory. Vishnu's Navi created a lotus in which took birth Brahma. And Brahma, I shared with you about the origination of Shiva Ling in the last Sunday. It started off at this point. Anyway, Brahma created 4 of his sons from his Manasputra. The Brahma asked Narada Muni, you come and teach my sons. Now Narada, being the greatest of the Pandit at that time, he naturally felt very divinely blessed that Brahma, the creator himself, is asking Narada, and Narada took them for training. And Narada taught them so well that each one of these boys became totally detached from samsara, from Prithvi. And they all wanted to go down to the deep forest and meditate to become one with Brahman. Now, all four of them went away. Now, this created an anguish in the heart of Brahma. Now, Brahma said, what is this? Wherever now Narada is going to go, and Narada was known, he has got Ek Tara in one hand, and you always see in the TV movie, Narada is singing, Narayan, 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 Narayan. And he travels from all three loka, that is Swargalok, Prithvilok and Patalalok, and he travels everywhere. Now, Brahma realized he is going to go and tell everybody these kind of stories and training. And what will happen? The moment the training takes place, all of them would like to leave the samsara and become what? Become monks. Then how will the universe run then? Universe needs monks also, but also grihis. So you will find connecting to you many of the great temples like Konarak temple in Jagannath Puri. You will find that in the temple itself that men and women are, as in the creation postures have been put all over the temple to generate that feeling of creation of called Baithun in the men and the women. Why was it done? Because men and women at that time only wanted to detach from the samsara and go off to the world. This is what was Brahma's fear. So Brahma cursed Narada. Said, okay, Narada, from today onwards, you will not be able to stay at any place for long. You will be there for a short while and you have to move. And Narada since then is always moving round and round and round and round and round. Now once it so happened, as he was going around, he found in the Himalayas, he was passing through Himalaya, and he found a beautiful glade and snow and mountain. And as you know, Himalaya is always so peaceful and calming and purity and truthfulness. I don't know if you all have met the men and women who live in Himalayas. They're so simple, so straight, so honest. So he found that vibration. So he said, let me sit down for a while and I will meditate for a while. As he sat down, he found suddenly deep calm dawn upon him. And he sat down and he went on to meditation. And he meditated deeply. And hours went back and hours went past and days went past. And Narada now realized, one hand he was meditating, another the mind is saying, oh, Brahma's curse is now gone because I am staying here for days now. And he kept meditating. And meditation went so deep. Those days, as per Puranic story, it is said that if anybody meditates long enough, he'll become so powerful that he will be the Lord of the gods. Now the Lord of the gods was Indra. And Indra suddenly felt something is happening to his chair. Somebody is meditating too long. It happened when Vishwamitra was also meditating. Indra went to disturb by sending Menaka. He sent also all the Apsaras and Gandharvas to go and disturb Narada's meditation. But Narada was so deep in meditation, he didn't hear anything. And they were dancing, Gandharvas and Urvasis and the Menaka and the Apsaras, and they kept on dancing. Gandharvas and Apsaras are also getting tired because Narada is not moving at all. And then faintly something started happening. Narada started to hear some sound. And Narada realized that this must be the move of Indra. He realized. And as he realized, something happened to him. He didn't get angry with Indra. He didn't get angry with all these Apsaras and Gandharva. Like Shiva, when he was meditating, and when, Kamadevata, you heard me telling you the story during the Mahashivratri. Kamadevata and Rati, his wife, went down to disturb because he was told to go and disturb his meditation. And Shiva's third eye opened up and burnt Kamadeva to ashes. But here Narada said, wow, I won over my anger. He didn't feel angry with Indra. He didn't feel angry with these Urpashis, with Apsaras and the Gandharvas. They are all mischievous people. I told you a little bit of story in Mahashivratri about the Apsaras. Now, Narada slowly came in, and all these Apsaras and Gandharvas came down and said, he is such a great Rishi. If he also opens his third eye like Shiva did, we'll all be burnt to ashes. So they went and touched his feet and prayed to him and said, did pranam and said, please forgive us. We have been told by Indra to come and disturb. So Narada said, please fear me not. It's okay. I forgive you. I forgive Indra also. Don't worry. I'll not get angry with Indra either. Now he is Deva Rishi, very powerful. So Narada started moving. And he realized that, wow, at those days it was known that if somebody can get over karma, that is desire, greed, and can get over anger, he will be the greatest of all. Now he realized, I didn't get angry like Shiva. I didn't burn these people. And neither did I get attracted to these beautiful apsaras. So I have won over karma and I have won over my anger. And he was moving around. And first thing he said, let me go down and meet Shiva. So he goes to Shiva. And now, when you attain something, you like to tell people and you like to hear people saying, very good, very nice, you've done very well. You like to hear self-appreciation by somebody. He goes to Shiva and tells Shiva. Shiva says, come in Kailasha. So what did Narad Muni come here for today? Narad Muni said, see, I was roaming around and I had this, I was in Himalaya and I had this is what had happened to me. And I started meditating and for days and days and days I've been meditating. So Shiva said, very nice, Narada. And don't tell anybody. And especially don't tell Vishnu. Now Vishnu is his own Lord, Narada's Lord. So Narada is wondering, why is he saying don't tell anybody? He said, okay. Now I realize, because Shiva had a lot of anger, because he burned Kamadeva. He said, now Shiva is realizing, Narad Muni, has become greater than Shiva also. That is why Shiva is feeling jealous. That's why he is telling, don't tell anybody. So, he said, okay. And he goes to Brahma now from Shiva. And he goes and tells Brahma. And Brahma also said, very nice. I am very happy that this is what happened. Though I cursed you to move around, I am very happy that you have attained this. Listen, but don't tell anybody else. And especially don't tell Vishnu. Now Narada is saying, why is it? Brahma, he is also advising. Okay, he realized, okay, I'm better than Shiva, I'm better than Brahma also. He's scared that I'm actually greater than Brahma, the creator. So his ego doubled up, Narad Muni. And he said, since, human mind is like that, when somebody tells you don't do that, somebody tells you don't eat 2 chocolates, you feel like eating lots of chocolates. Don't eat Golgappa, you feel like eating Golgappa. So he went what? From Brahma, from Shiva, he went to Brahma. From Brahmalok, he went straight to Vishnu. Vaishnalok, the Vishnu Dham. And Vishnu Dham was lying down in Sheshadaga. Now just imagine, conceit got into Narada's mind. Narada said, I've been praising this God. Such ego came. I always sing his praise. But look at him, he's always sleeping. All he is doing is sleeping and doing nothing. What kind of a God is he? That he is only receiving, and there is the Vishnu's Lakshmi, Mata was sitting there and massaging his feet. He said, look at him, he's just taking seva from his wife. What kind of a God is he? He started thinking about Vishnu also. Now Vishnu comes to know, but Vishnu is the great God and he loves his devotee. Narayan is so famous. Narad Muni is this devotee. So he realizes what is Narad Muni. And Narad Muni says, he asked Vishnu, asked, so Narad Muni, what have you come today for? And strangely, Vishnu, Narad Muni said, this is what happened in Himalaya, and this is what I attained, and I feel. Vishnu knows, he's been to Shiva, he's been to Brahma. He said, listen, you've been to Vishnu, you went to Shiva, you went to Brahma, you've come to me, now don't tell anybody else. Now Narad Muni said, why is he saying so? He must be jealous that I will be telling around the people and everybody will say, I'm greater than Vishnu, Brahma and Maheshwara. And Narad Muni goes around telling people and people and people, and then as he going around, he finds suddenly a beautiful place and a beautiful city filled with gold and diamonds and jewelry, lot of wealth. People are very happy, peaceful, prosperity. And he said, which is this place? I've never seen this place before. And he comes down from the sky and he sees everybody in festive mood. He said, what is happening? He says, our king's daughter, princess, is ready for marriage and today is a Sayambara. Narad Muni said, let me go and visit the king. As he goes to visit the king, king said, welcome Devarshi Narad Muni, and says, Narad Muni, now that you are here, Devarshi Narada, you please bless my daughter, so that she has a wonderful life ahead and has a good husband. And the procedure used to be, she will have a big garland and all the great kings and the princes will come there and they will all stand in various places, sitting and standing, and the princess of this daughter of the king will go around, and whoever she finds to be very attractive, good for her husband, she will give him the garland. That's the marriage. So Narad Muni was also great astrologer, great palmist. So king calls the daughter, and as the daughter comes, the moment Narad Muni looks at her, and he said, my God, I've never seen such a pretty lady in my whole life. I've never seen any gods and goddesses or apsaras as pretty. And he straight away falls in love with her. And king says, please bless her, see her hand, what is her future? The Narad Muni, great astrologer, he takes her hand and he sees it immediately that she will be married to the best person in this whole universe. The Narad Muni tells her that. And then he said, who is the best person? And then he said, it must be me, because I am the one who is better than Vishnu, better than Shiva, better than Brahma. I have won over all of that. Then he goes straight to Vishnu Lok and tells Vishnu, Vishnu, I have fallen in love with this girl in that so-and-so mountain region. Will you please give me your best look? I want to look very handsome. Vishnu says, Tathastu. And Narad Muni goes back, and now he enters, the Sayambara started. Narad Muni is sitting at one place. He is also a contender now. And the girl passes by and she's passing one prince after another prince after another prince. She's not giving the garland to anybody. And when she comes to Narad Muni, suddenly Narad Muni finds, before this girl came down and touched my feet and looked so respectful, suddenly she is looking at me as if I am the worst creature on this universe. And she turned her face around and quickly walked past her. He was totally aghast, surprised. And there were two men following Narad Muni from the time Narad Muni came back from Vishnu's place. And these two men were looking at each other and looking at Narad Muni and laughing away to glory and talking about whispering something. And he was wondering, why are these guys making fun of me? And he couldn't understand. He ignored them. And now the girl went all over. The princess did not find anybody to give the garland. And as the last person she found, she was about to turn around. Suddenly the king's palace door flung open. And there comes Vishnu in Garuda, comes down and lands over there. And Vishnu stands tall. And this princess goes running and gives it to Vishnu. And Vishnu takes her, puts her in Garuda and flies off from there. And now Narad Muni is fuming. This means Vishnu wanted to marry her. That's why he did all this. So he went straight away to Vishnu Lok and said, what is this? You wanted to marry her and you did all this trick. This is your game. Something you have done. Vishnu said, wait, sit. What has happened? He said, see, you have created that pain in my heart. I loved her, the only person in my whole life, so much. I have done so much for you, Vishnu. I have always praising Narayan. And you created this pain? I curse you. Narad Muni curses his own Narayan Vishnu. That the pain that you caused me, it will be caused to you also. And Vishnu, so much in love with his devotee, Bhakta, he said, Narad Muni, I accept that. And Vishnu was born as Rama, and that's how Sita, his wife, was separated and he had that pain. This is the story of the Rama. And you know those two men who were laughing at him? Who were they? They were actually Shiva Bhakta. And when Narad Muni went to Shiva and said, I am bigger and greater than you, these two, his ardent devotees, and they were very furious. But they followed Narad Muni wherever they went. They can't do anything because he is Devarshi. And when Narad Muni, just before the Sayamvara, went to Vishnu and he asked Vishnu, give me your best look. Now Vishnu gave him that Varaha avatar. You know, Vishnu came to earth as Varaha avatar, first avatar. The first avatar was Matsya avatar and then came Varaha avatar. See, he said, he gave him the look. Those two men were standing there. Narad Muni said, I curse both of you also. You will be also born as Rakshasa. You're not worth born as men. And they were born onto this earth as Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Now, he asked these two, why were you laughing at me? So he said, go and look at your face. The Narad Muni goes, there was a river, crystal clear. He goes and sees his face, and he sees his face is that of a pig. Now he realizes. He flies back to Vishnu. He said, what is this? I asked you to give me the best of your look. He said, that is the look with which I have won this universe. I have given you that look. Now, this story tells us that whatever you gain, however you gain, whatever meditation we are doing, you will be attaining great wisdom, great honor. You will have calmness of the mind. You will attain. I will talk to you about certain meditative process this Sunday. You will attain. Meditation generally is thinking. When you sit down to meditate, and generally most people hate to meditate. Why? Because in meditation, this is what happens. Lots of thousands of thoughts come. And people don't like thought. And that's why they like to watch TV. Why? In TV, it's called idiot box. Why? Because you don't think anymore. You're just the director telling you when to laugh, when to cry, when to feel sad, when to feel very tense muscle fighting. Director tells you by guiding the movie. Now, here, you will see that from thinking, you will start to see and come into that transition. Like in a sleep, you prepare your sleep, you prepare your pillow, you switch off the light, you put on the AC or switch on the fan, and you cover yourself, maybe cover your eyes with an face blind, and then you just slowly drift off to sleep. Just like that, in meditation, prepare yourself, prepare the right place, right time, every day, same time, sit at the right direction, right asana, and you will find from thinking, you will get on to that beautiful seeing things. And this seeing thing, the same as what I told you about Mahashivaratri. You remember Samudra Manthan? Samudra Manthan, that Samudra is our mind, which is inside of us. And you're supposed to do that Manthan, churning with the breath, up and down. Saansi Hanuman hai. Now I want you all to think about, what message did you get? What is your thought process? One is, I told you, do not let ever anything develop an ego within you. But now you think, what is it? And we'll discuss on Sunday. Welcome and Jai Guru.